Shalom, call all you about Shane out show. You know, I was just coming across some videos. I was looking at the news and stuff. Just got in from work. The real works must continue. But anyway, this is God Channel, Mr. MBB333. He always posts a lot of different stuff about what people be saying, the videos they send in, stuff about the sky and all that. And the scriptures do say, look up for your redemption draweth nigh. And the reason why we're going to look up, I'm going to get into that in this video. But I just want to show this with these rainbows he's showing on there. Let me go into it some more. It was like this. The covenant that Yahweh made with Noah is still in place. But the only thing is, the first flood was with fire. The second one, the first flood was with water. The second one gonna be with fire. And it mentioned that when you look at the book of Revelations, and they talk about Revelation, I should say. And they talk about the lake of fire. I'm gonna read into the scripture, and I'm gonna just break it down. And it should be something quick. I want to make it too long. It's in the book of It's in the book of Luke, chapter 17. And then verse 26, it says, and as it was in the days of Noah, it says, so shall it be in the days of the Son of Man. It said they did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given into marriage. Which is crazy because one of my family members hit me the other day. I was like, hey, where you at? They were a wedding. And it just made me think about this scripture right here. It says, until the day that Noah entered into the ark and the flood came and destroyed them all. Because right now, you got men warning our people, like, what's about to come. They think this shit a joke. They be like, oh, that might not happen this year. That might not happen next year. That might not happen in our lifetime. Grandparents been talking about that. They whatever shit they make up. We read down to verse 28, say, likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. With the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. And that's how it's going to be, man. People going to look up. They were supposed to do what do they call it? The national broadcast with the emergency alert system on the 7th. They didn't even do it. I guess, I won't say I guess. I know these devils ain't do it because they know people catching on to the stuff they trying to pull. So the next time they really actually do it, it's just going to be hey, this is not a test, an alert system or whatever. Breaking news or whatever they put up. People going to look outside. First, that chip going to be implemented, but once that chip implemented, in these countries, they're going to get fed up because they're going to realize, like, okay, the people that's behind this shit, which is the elites, they're going to use the U.S. to really push it around the globe. Like, they always push democracy, a republic, and so on and so on. So they're going to be the forerunners of this shit. These countries, they're going to get so fed up once the Lord put the spirit on them to get all the way fed up. They're going to shoot their arrows on this place. And if you know about the scriptures and you know exactly what the arrows are. But we're reading the book of Genesis. Chapter 9, verse 13, it says, I'm going to go to verse 12. It says, and Yahweh said, this is the token of the covenant which I made between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations. It says, I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. And the water shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. And this rainbow, they parade this rainbow around on these flags and all this stuff. For them, I have to watch what I say because another video I put up about this stuff too. I don't know how they got to it so quick, but as soon as I put it up, it was down. Like somebody viewed it. I guess they wouldn't have reported it or whatever, and then they took it down. But this ain't for that gay shit. This ain't for the pirates. That's how I call them. This is not what this rainbow stand for. This was a covenant. This was a token of a covenant. Now, jump in the book of Revelations. In Revelation, I always say Revelations, but it's not Revelations. Even though a lot of stuff is revealed in the book of Revelations. Let me go to it real quick. Now it says, in chapter 20, verse 14, it says, "In death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire." So instead of it being a flood on the earth, flood of water, it's going to be a lake of fire. Now that's going to be some serious shit, man. Just a thought of that shit. Whenever I feel some like hot water or something hot like in the kitchen or something like that, I just think about how hot that shit is compared to a fucking lake of fire, man. That'd make you want to tighten up your waist a little bit, just knowing that how about Shin Yao Shah gonna send that on the earth, because it ain't no joke, it ain't no fucking game. The evidence is there. When you go look at the area of Sodom and Gomorrah, the evidence is there from the brimstone, the sulfur and all that stuff that is left over. Look at places like Pompeii. They try to go find Atlantis and Lemuria and different places like that. They were so-called advanced regions. You look at Egypt, see the destruction of all these different places. The reason behind it, because Yahweh Shem Yahushua ordained that destruction to go down on these places. So his name will be remembered, his name will be known. and this destruction is coming on this place. This was going to make his name magnified even more, because people are going to know, like, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, ultimately Yahweh, through a change of command, made this stuff go down. Now, the only way people getting out of this, because I've seen some videos, people talking about doomsday bunkers. Some of the elite, they're going to escape. They're going to be in these little bunkers across seas in these neutral zones up in the space. In these underwater cities they got built. The average citizen over here, they're not going to be able to escape this shit. But it's only one way certain people are going to escape. And those people, they're going to be part of the elect that the Lord already ordained. Now, in this video also, he shows a clip where somebody captured a chariot flying through the clouds. And this is exactly the shape they be in too. You can look, I'm going to let it play a little bit.
Trying to play games, this does look real. And I'm going to show you why. You can see this thing, number one, go behind this section of clouds. It doesn't go in front of it, it goes behind it. So that kind of tells us right there that that's probably a real object. Number two.
And see, another thing too I want to point out, a lot of these people, they still be in doubt about it. So it's going to come to a point where all that doubt going to be erased. People just going to walk outside, they're going to look up in the sky, and the ship just going to be sitting over the city. That right there might make them push martial law. Just for the ship to be sitting out somewhere. There's going to be some type of event to make them push that martial law, but they aiming for it right now. Let me go back and this place.
Once it gets close to this bank of clouds, you'll see it start to manipulate the clouds in front of it. You'll see the colors change. You'll see the shapes of the clouds change as it moves towards that direction. So pay attention to the changes right there. See, as it goes into those clouds, the clouds themselves change shape. I run this through different filters and different formats, and this does look like a legitimate capture. See, it goes behind those clouds, and then it goes into those other clouds, and they move right there. I circled just one of the sections that moves as it starts to enter that other wall of clouds. Here's in a different filter. This is like a negative format. Once again, behind, and then through. And you can see it get darker there, and you can see the clouds actually move. So don't know exactly where this is at. Waiting to hear back from the person that sent this in. This is also another format. Looks like some sort of a saucer craft going through the clouds. I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. Once again, here's another version of the first part of that section of clouds being manipulated by the entrance of this craft, whatever it may be.
And see, this how Esau pick up a lot of these crafts too. They won't catch them through the natural light spectrum. Even though they'll manifest through the natural light spectrum, they'll pop up in the UV spectrum, the IR spectrum, which is infrared, and the UV ultraviolet for people that may not know. So they see this stuff. They ain't spending no millions of dollars on this shit just to be blowing money on stuff. When they spend money on projects to go pay these archaeologists to dig up stuff, these people to go find these lost cities, find these artifacts, and to go monitor space, it's for a reason. They really want to see what's happening. And they also have scholars that read these scriptures too. And then they try to line it up there, read stuff about a certain region of the earth and be like, okay, let's go to that region and see if we find some artifacts that match up with this story. And then they'll find it. Like over there, I want to say it's called Gideon, or in the area of the city of David. They find scrolls from Isaiah and stuff like that. And people still be in doubt. They be like, oh, somebody could have just made that up. Like they always say. They always want to say somebody made some shit up. But believe all the other stuff now. And never say, oh, somebody made this up too. I was trying to go over to another scripture before I think, and this one. But this how to let good out of here on these ships like this. They come in different sizes. Some of them be different colors. All of them won't be white. This one scripture I was looking for in the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 11. It says, "And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war." Now that don't sound like some peaceful guy that's gonna come back and saying kumbaya with everybody. It ain't going down like that. That's what these pastors and stuff they try to push out. But it's gonna be a ship like this, man, but way bigger, because it says every eye shall see him, even those that which have pierced him. Which means the people that pierced him thousands of years ago, they back today. Probably in the Marines, top branch of the Marines, might be in the Space Force, might be in the Air Force, or one of these other branches they got. But they back today. I'm going to read some more. It says in verse 12, "His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Yahweh." It says, "And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses clothed in fine linen, white and clean." And that don't even sound like the terminology of these damn devils. They don't talk like that. People be talking about, oh, the white man wrote this book. Man, they ain't write this book, man. They might have had it published and help push it out or whatever, but they ain't write it. They still try to figure it out to this day. When they wrote it, they already have it mapped out. We have people like myself and others. They can go sit around these so-called theologians and these modern day scribes and Pharisees and break down stuff that they went to school for 30 years and stuff that we came to understand in maybe 2 or 3 years or less. So it's a reason for all that. No. I'm gonna end this off on this scripture. That's gonna be it right here. I don't want to go in too much on this topic. I just want to bring this out because It's when it's edifying, and this will boost people's faith to know. More people seeing these sightings around the earth. Matter of fact, when I got off work today, I looked up. Something just hit my spirit. Like, hey, look up in the air. And I happened to look up, and I seen a chariot just sitting right there, in all type of glorious colors, just flashing. It wasn't no star. It wasn't no plane or nothing. No helicopter. I know how all this stuff looking. It damn sure wasn't no drone either. I know the flight patterns and the characteristics of all this stuff because I studied all this stuff. But anyway, it says in the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 31, it says, well, yeah, I'm jumping to verse 30. It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. So you got our people scattered everywhere. The majority of our people over here in America, aka Babylon. But you got some of our people in South America still. Some people in Greenland. You got people everywhere. You got people over in England, Russia, or they may be over still on the coast, west coast of Africa, the east, the north, or the south, or the west. Still got some of our people scattered amongst those Amalekites over there, people in Australia. So our people pretty much everywhere. People in the north and south pole areas, because you got different tribes of Gad. They migrated through those areas. Reuben also. They can deal with that harsh winter. So once these chariots manifest, while they're still breaking out, people gonna see it. Everybody gonna see it. That's why I was listening to the song, it's called Nobody's Favorite. The people that you look at and they might not be your favorite, hey, they Yahweh Hashem Yahushua favorite. That's why I call them the elect. So, Lord's willing, this is edifying. Call Allah Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And shalom to the elect, shalom to all you elders and apostles bringing out this word. Keep pushing this word out. These devils shook up, they spooked. They putting stuff in the media, creating psyops. Talk about identity extremists. Identity extremists. You devils, y'all the identity extremists because it's real extreme to claim an identity that's not yours compared to somebody that's claiming an identity that is theirs. Shalom.